morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. Good evening and good afternoon to viewers from all walks of life. This is Desmos, and you are welcome to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking empaths free. If you are new, on this channel I talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse, I talk about spirituality, and I talk about personal and self-development. And if any of that resonates with you, I invite you guys to join us. Give us a like, share the video with your friends, and you may subscribe if you haven't already. And for those that have always been with us, you are welcome back, and I thank you for your love and support. Chosen ones, star seeds, black sheep, light workers, earth angels, let us chat a little bit in this video. A lot of you guys, you might have noticed that one time in your journey, you decided to step into authenticity and you decided to take back your power from whatever it was. From whoever it was, from whichever place it was. You decided that you wanted to be authentic. Of course, most of these things will happen usually after you wake up, because like I've said mostly in my videos, the chosen ones usually, first of all, you are going to wake up at some point. So the very first thing when you wake up is what you do. You will start to pierce through the veil. You will pierce through the veil, and now you're going to look around you and you're going to notice there have been a lot of demons in disguise around you, in your families, in your workplaces, in your relationships, in your marriages. You're going to notice that a lot of those individuals, they have actually never had any of your best interests at heart. And a lot of these individuals also, on the very subconscious level, they have been stealing from you. A lot of you guys who have been the black sheep in your own family, you have been robbed of, you have been robbed of your childhood. You have been mistreated by your own parents. You have been mistreated by your dads, by your mothers. And a lot of times, you might have noticed that actually your growth and your evolution and your development has always been delayed for some reason. It's happened to me along my journey, chosen ones. Upon my awakening, I started looking around me. One of the things what is going to surprise you guys, you will never see this coming. One of the things that will surprise you is for you coming to that realization that there is so many demons around you. There have always been a lot of demons around you. It's just because in the earlier days of your journey, you weren't able to notice a lot of these guys. You weren't able to see them for what they really are. So a lot of these people, they have been agents of the devil. So because the chosen one, a lot of individuals, even without you noticing, a lot of those people, they know exactly who you are. They know your potential. So most of the times you might have noticed whatever it is you might have been trying to do, it has been delayed. You've tried to do certain courses. You've tried to get your license. You've tried to build your own home. You've tried to buy your own home. Things have always not worked out in your favor. In those days, I can guarantee you guys, it was everything to do with all those individuals that have been involved with, because a lot of chosen ones, because chosen ones are usually light workers. Those guys are here to help other people, to uplift other people, to heal other people. So most of the cases you might have found that the journey of a chosen one involves a lot of toxic people. In your own families, your fathers, they made you black sheep for a reason. They made you the lost child for a reason. They made you the paralyzed child for a reason. A lot of your growth has been stunted ever since you was a kid. You have always been targeted in all the places you have been. In your families, in your schools, in your environments, in your workplaces. So the chosen ones, what happens is that in the early days of your journey, people will keep on taking from you, because chosen ones usually they're empaths. So they never come into somebody's life to cause some kind of a disruption, to torture people, to destroy people, or to do all these kind of things, abuse people, things like that. So the chosen ones usually they come into people's lives with good intentions. So they will come to help you, they will heal you, they will give you a place to stay, they will feed you. You have a lot of chosen ones you guys have seen. A lot of you guys have been involved in a lot of charity works. You've been helping the needy and the less privileged. But you see, one thing what will happen along your journey, you are going to lose a lot as a chosen one. You're going to notice there's nothing you can ever do will ever succeed. There's no place you'll ever go, you'll ever get actually what exactly you deserve. So a lot of times you have been given less than what you actually deserve. And that means, on that note, that it is also the people that have always been around you that have been stealing from you. You've lost a lot of money. You've lost your authenticity. You've lost your power. You've lost your homes. You've lost everything that will ever help you become a better human being and a better version of yourself. So what is going to happen, chosen ones? The more you keep on ascending, because as upon awakening, you will keep on ascending. You will keep on growing. You will keep on discovering new things, and you will keep on piercing behind the veil. The very first thing what will happen as a chosen one, what you will see, you're going to see a lot of these demons disappearing into thin air. It is surprisingly going to be the guys that you've always been, the wives that you've always been sleeping with in the same bed. The family members that have always been a part of you. You without knowing it, those guys have always continuously been stealing from you. And the very first thing what they will do, the very moment you take back your power, and you really know who you are, and what you're here for, and what you're all about, those particular individuals that are going to start running. They're going to run left and right. They're going to disappear into thin air. And what is also going to happen along your journey is that the very moment they leave your life, they get out of your life, that is exactly when your blessings are going to start pouring in. You're going to be able to get, to go to school and finish your studies. You're going to be able to finish your education. You're going to be able to build your own house. You're going to be able to get even sometimes more meaningful relationships. You will now start to get involved with more meaningful relationships. Because the very moment you pierce behind the veil, you can really know the difference between good and evil. So you can, of course, eventually, you will start disassociating yourself with very toxic individuals, a lot of those individuals who have been taken from you. So you're going to see a lot of blessings starting to pour in. You will start your own platforms. You will start your own businesses. You will become a better version of yourself. You will start to grow. You will start to become that person you came here to be. And those individuals, I can guarantee you guys, most of those guys, even without knowing it, that is exactly the moment they're going to start running away from you. Because it is very, very scary for those guys. A lot of those people, it is very, very scary for them. The very moment they know and they discover that the chosen one is woke, they have awakened, they have finally found out who they are, those guys are going to start disappearing out of your life. And it is not by coincidence, guys. The reason why they are running away and avoiding you, it is because they know how much they have stolen from you. They know how much they have punished you. They know how much they have taken from you. And they do not have any way to pay you back. Because the very moment you start noticing all these kind of things, you're going to start taking back your power. If somebody has taken your mortgage from you, your house from you, they have taken your car from you, they have robbed you of everything, the very moment you start taking back your power, that is exactly when you're going to start to demand justice. The chosen one, we're all about justice. So you're going to demand justice in whichever way, shape, or form. And it does not matter where that justice is coming from, even if it involves your own parents, your own mothers, your own brothers and sisters, your own wives and husbands. You are going to demand justice. The very first thing what you do, you will demand justice. What do I mean by this? You will be able to stand in front of your dads. You're going to ask them the questions. You're going to ask them exactly what was so and so and so. What was so A, B, C, and D. You will need answers. And that is the reason why a lot of them, they're going to start running, because they do not have the answers for you. So they have been part of the problem for as long as you guys have been existing. They've been part of the problem. They have taken a lot from you, and they don't know how they're going to pay you back. And because of that, that's why you see a lot of guys who have been on this journey of evolution, the guys who have awakened, the guys who have started stepping into authenticity. The very first thing what the guys will do, a lot of those demons in disguise, the very first thing what they have always done, they have called you the problem. They have called you the crazy one, the strange one, the sick one. That is because they want to justify. The reason why you have been called all those names, it is because they have wanted to justify whatever it is they have been doing to you. So they may have taken a lot from you, and all of a sudden you wake up, you start asking them the questions, you start seeking justice. They're going to go around telling people, they're going to go on a very, very massive smear campaign. For a lot of you guys who have been involved with these narcissists, like a lot of chosen ones that I know, they have usually been involved with a lot of toxic individuals, narcissists, psychopaths. If you're talking about these kind of guys, the sociopaths and whatever. So those guys, they're going to start labeling you crazy. They will start saying, oh, you know what? So and so now started talking about this and this. We are worried about him. We are worried about her. They could be going crazy. Maybe they need a therapist. They need a psychiatrist. they need to go and seek medical attention. I got a lot of those kind of comments from my family. When I was waking up, me personally, my personal experience, I got a lot of those comments when I was waking up. My own parents started saying that I was crazy. Oh, this guy is crazy. You know what? You need to go and get help. Things like that. They started labeling me crazy because at that particular moment I was starting to ask the questions because I knew who I was, number one, and I knew those individuals on a very deep level, who they really were. And I started asking questions and I started seeking justice. So the very first thing what they did, they said I was crazy. So they wanted to carry on that pattern of abuse, those patterns of toxicity that they have always been doing. So they wanted to carry on that pattern. And because I was trying to break that cycle, it was very difficult for them. So the only thing they did, of course, in my own personal journey, I had to like remove myself from a lot of them. I had to block them. I had to extract myself out of those kind of situations. So they went on a very big, rampant, massive smear campaign and talking around things like, oh, this guy is crazy. Have you heard what he's talking about? You know, he needs to go and get help and things like that. And guys, surprisingly, these were family members. So a lot of you chosen ones, I will guarantee you, you might have known, whether you knew it or you didn't, a lot has been taken from you. But upon waking up, chosen ones, the more you keep on ascending and you start working on yourself, you're going to get everything tenfold. Actually, we can talk about 100-fold. Everything that they have ever taken from you, everything they've ever stolen from you, you're going to be able to get everything back 100-fold. And God is going to reward you. Why? Because number one, you did not hurt anyone. You did not steal from anyone. You did not abuse anyone. The only thing what you've been doing all along your journey, you have been spreading good things into the universe. The chosen ones, most of the time, we spend a lot of times cultivating good karma. So sometimes God will send you to these toxic individuals. The only thing what God wants you to do, God wants you to go. Maybe God wants you to be with them, to heal them, to help them, to elevate them. But the only thing, most of the guys, they have usually taken you for granted, and they have never seen the blessing they had in disguise. So for a chosen one to come into somebody's life, it has always been a blessing. But because a lot of guys, because of toxicity and all this kind of demonic activity going on around the world, they miss that blessing and they don't see that blessing. They cannot recognize that blessing of a chosen one being into their life. So the only thing they do, they turn things around and they start to destroy you. Subconsciously, on a very deep level, they start to destroy you. They start to block you from whatever it is you want to achieve. I've achieved a lot of things personally ever since I decided that, okay, it was enough. The moment I decided that I was going to start taking my power back, standing into my authenticity, becoming that person I wanted to be, a lot of things started happening in my favor. I started to grow. I evolved. I became a better human being. I glowed. I attracted better friendships. And those demons that have been in your life, guys, I can guarantee you, those demons, they don't want to see that. They cannot handle to see that. Because it has been very many years of toxicity, very many years of dysfunction. For the most of you black sheep, it has been so many years of dysfunction. And a lot of people who have been in your own family, they have continuously destroyed you, they have continuously attacked you, they have continuously stolen from you. Can you do for me this? Can you go and get for me a loan in the bank? Can you put some money in my business? Now the chosen ones, because we are here to help, the chosen ones, normally what we do, when we hear those kind of questions, those kind of things, what we do is step into radical action, because that is exactly what we're here to do. So you start helping those individuals and raising them to some level. But at some point, those individuals, they will never recognize the work that you've done for them. So the only thing they will do, they will just keep on that cycle of taking from you. And a lot of chosen ones, they have continuously gotten very, very exhausted, because at the end of the day, they have been left with nothing. But let me tell you something, chosen ones, in this video. The chosen ones, you are here for greatness. You may not have seen it in the beginning, in the early days of your journey. You may not have seen it. You might have missed it. But you're here for greatness. You're going to move mountains. You're going to heal people. And along that journey, because you've been all along in your life cultivating good karma, you're going to be blessed 100-fold. Everything, guys, listen to me, everything that the enemy ever took from you, everything is going to come back to you. And it is going to take those people by surprise. I remember my time in my journey. There's a day I got out of difficulties, a lot of problems in my life. Things weren't going well. I was struggling from point A to B. Sometimes even getting a place to stay was a problem, you know. So I used to struggle a lot of times in my life. But the very moment that things started working in my favor, that is exactly, guys, and I can guarantee you guys, you're going to be surprised. You'll be shocked. The very moment things start working in your favor, that is when you're going to see all the people that have ever been along your journey, the people that you have always helped in your journey. That is exactly when you're going to see them. They are going to come out and they are going to call you every kind of a name that you can think about. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know where he's going. Who does he think he is? Who does she think she is? Because they cannot handle your growth. They cannot handle to see you elevating yourself and becoming a better version of yourself. A lot of people are not used to that. Especially if you're talking about those kind of family members who have been a part of the problem, those kind of family members that you've been with all along your life. A lot of people, they're not used to that and they don't know how to accept that. They cannot accept your new reality. So they cannot come to face that you're growing and you're becoming a better human being and you're achieving all these success, achievements, you're getting a lot. They will not know that actually all along you've been cultivating good karma and you've been spreading goodness in the world. So they will not know that actually you have already paid the price for that. So when the people see you growing and becoming a better person, one of the things that will shock you guys, those guys, they will never know that actually you are getting paid back for the karma and the good things you have put into the universe in your lifetime, in your journey, along your journey. They will not understand that. And they're not used to you in that way. They're used to you when they're seeing you as a failure. You don't have a place to sleep. Sometimes you're sleeping in their homes, you're sleeping in the couch, you're sleeping in shelters. You cannot dress yourself, you cannot feed yourself, you don't even have your own car. So a lot of people, they are used to that kind of lifestyle when you are nothing, because that is exactly what the devil wants. The devil has always used a lot of people around you guys, a lot of guys. The devil has been using those guys to attack you on a very subconscious level. You weren't aware of that, and you couldn't see that. But I will guarantee you that a lot of guys who have been in your journey, along your path, guys, they have been continuously stealing and destroying you and taking from you. And there's nothing they've given you in return. Even if they've given you something in return, they could have been feeding you with breadcrumbs. You were giving them a loaf of bread, and they were feeding you with breadcrumbs. But now it's time for the chosen ones. They're waking up. So I'm glad that a lot of chosen ones around the world, they started to discover who they are. They're taking back their power. They are growing. They're starting to elevate themselves. And now they're starting to understand that it is important to practice. For the first time in their lives, they're practicing self-love. So they are deciding and choosing to love themselves more, at least more than they used to do before. The enemies in disguise, chosen ones, they're going to be surprised by your comeback. They will be surprised by your rise. How did God raise you? You see, a lot of these guys, what they do not understand is that the chosen one, these guys, they are divinely protected, number one. They are divinely guided. They try to take your life. They took everything from you. You got your life back. And you got everything what they took from you 100-fold. And they're thinking in their minds, how did this guy do it? Did you do magic? Did you do some kind of a tricks? They'll start to think that you might have done some kind of a tricks to get yourself to where you are. And whatever it is they've been trying to do, you just keep on getting blessed. It's like your enemy is fighting day and night to keep you at a certain level, but they do not know how you keep on bouncing back for some reason. They are praying for your downfall. In worst case scenarios, most of them, they want you even to die, to lose your life. And that's the reason why sometimes a lot of chosen ones I've spoken with, sometimes, even some of them, they have been poisoned by their own husbands, by their own wives. They have even tried to poison you at some point. But they do not know how do you keep on bouncing back. For some reason, you keep on bouncing back. That is because the chosen ones, those guys, they are highly protected by the universe, by God. Those individuals, they are especially anointed, and there's nothing they will ever do, anybody will ever do, to break them down. No matter what the situation is, they will bounce back, and they'll always take the people by surprise. So do not be surprised, chosen ones. In this video, I just want to let you know you have lost a lot. You've been tortured. You've been humiliated. Attempts have been done on your life. You've lost your homes. You've lost your cars. You've lost your money. But whatever it is that the enemy has ever taken from you, chosen ones, because you are specially anointed individuals of God, people of God, you are always going to be blessed, and you're going to be blessed 100-fold. So the only advice in this video, guys, keep on growing. Keep on elevating. You're anointed, you're protected, you're guided. Whatever is happening to you is happening for your favor. So you have got to understand that whatever has been happening to you in your lifetime, along your path, everything has been helping you to craft you to become that person you came here to be, because it was a part of your journey. It was a divine setting. It has always been a divine setting to guide you and to lead you. The reason why you hear me talking about divinely guided, that is because God has been guiding you and bringing you face to face with certain situations, so that those situations can help you to grow and understand individuals on a very deep level. Because at the end of the day, when you get out of those kind of situations, of course, which will eventually, that is exactly when you're going to continue seeing a lot of growth, development, achievements, and you're going to become that person that you came here to be. So let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below, guys. I always appreciate and love your support. Let me know if anything resonates. Let me know what the enemy has taken from you, and let me know how God has been able to bless you 10 times fold or 100 times fold. Let me know how you've been blessed despite of whatever your circumstances have always been. Much love and blessings, guys, and I'll catch you in my next video. Peace. There's a more signing out.